Grace.
Hola!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody. We're the Wildflowers.
Yes, we are.
Happy New Year. I'm Peggy.
I'm Carol.
I'm Judy.
Oh,
Thanks for
We're
joining
gonna
us.
have a race now.
Yeah.
Is that camera level? How
Yes.
come it looks weird?
Because I'm super tall. I always look like Hagrid on here because it's like big.
Wait, we
still
need
tall.
adjustable stools
You
so
need
Carol
like a-
and I can sit
Yeah,
up.
or a telephone booth or something to sit on. Remember when you go to the restaurants, they would give you a little
Yeah.
booster seat?
Yes.
As adults.
No.
No, that is true.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I could use one at certain restaurants, but anyway. So this is number.
Oh. 165.
No, we're like 117.
Yes.
We are,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, 117. That's pretty good.
I'm like, I must have missed a one.
Judy and I did a few without you.
They're on a separate channel.
Oh, I like that.
Wildflowers gone rogue.
That's right.
Oh, that's
Wild
so
wildflowers.
funny. Wildflowers. Real quick, I'll just do this as a banter.
Okay.
And I mentioned this to Peggy. I love that the award show has a new category, new Oscar category.
Oh, the Oscars?
Yeah.
I didn't hear this. What is it?
I did hear it, but I forgot
I
it
told
already.
you.
I know.
She doesn't listen to you.
Well, I'm going to talk about that too.
Oh, all right. So what's the category?
But you don't listen to me? Casting director.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
That's right.
I
Okay.
love that. I
You
think
do?
that is smart. I really do. It's not easy to pick.
The right person.
Yeah,
for the right film,
definitely. Because sometimes I'm like, who picked that?
But don't sometimes you read like the directors, they want certain people or actors for roles, you know, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes the role is written for
For
a
a
particular
right.
person.
So in those cases,
In that
would
case, the
not
casting
be...
director would say, hey, okay, you're it.
Oh,
I
okay,
would
so those
think.
movies would still
If
qualify?
the producers and the director
And
and,
the
everybody
actor
say,
wants
this
it.
is, that person is.
And
Is
it's the
it?
actor.
Yeah.
Well, Maud did not want to be, well, what's her real name? For Golden Girls.
Oh, you watched the same thing I did.
Yeah,
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Oh.
She did not want to play on Golden Girls, and they wrote the part for her. But then after she read the script, and that's a big part too, is like, you know, you gotta be believing in the script.
Yeah.
You really
But anyway,
do.
that's what I just wanted
You
to
have to
share
feel
for
it.
this one. You gotta feel
So
Yes.
I'm curious because I know there's something you guys want to tell me, and so I'm just waiting for you guys to tell me. So let's just go for it.
It's nothing to do with, well, it's a little
No,
to do with me.
it's just something crazy that's been happening in my life. It really started before I went away to DC. It's when it
With us
started.
in November.
Yes, that in my apartment I was having some issues with squirrels
I love
in my apartment. I do too, but they were living with me, and I like them outside. I give
I was
them
gonna say, what's the
peanuts.
problem?
I go to the park and I feed them. But they were, in my apartment, and they could do
Wow.
a lot
Oh,
of
they can.
damage. So then I went away, and I was glad, and we thought that Peter blocked all this stuff
They threw a
off.
party
I
in
have
your
to shorten the
absence.
story because it went, on for weeks. So then we thought that the whole thing was all settled, and then before Christmas, I said, oh my God, I said, I hear something in my closet, not my wardrobe closet, like my utility closet. And I told Peter, I said, I hear something in there at night, and I hear it clicking around. So he said, okay. So we set a mouse trap. I thought it was a mouse, and we put a little peanut butter on it. And in the morning I looked, and the peanut butter's gone, and the trap is off, but nobody's in it. So then it happened again the next night. Nothing in the trap, but the peanut butter is gone, and the trap went off.
They're very
So I
smart.
said, there's something bigger than a mouse. So then he said a rat trap, figuring it was probably a rat. And this was on Christmas Eve. And on Christmas morning, I said, I'm not opening up. I didn't hear anything. So it could have happened when I was in the shower, because that would have woken me up. I said, I'm not opening up that closet because I won't be able to unsee this
Yes.
if something's in there. And I really didn't expect anything to be in it. And there was. and
Why are you
Peter
telling me
went
this
down the stairs, and he said, "I'll go check, don't worry." And then he just went right into the garage after he left my apartment. So we said, "Oh
on
God."
Christmas Day.
I know, the poor guy, I felt so bad for him. So it turns out it was what we thought was a baby squirrel, and it was still half alive.
Oh,
Or don't tell her the rest.
Yeah, well, I don't know the rest because Peter wouldn't even tell me and Jessica. He said, "Don't worry, you don't want to hear it. I got it." But the poor guy, for the whole day on Christmas Day, you could see how it affected him.
Of course.
So anyway, so then we figured, okay, it's over.
No.
No, it's not over. So Peter goes and he buys a live trap.
Better.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now we said, okay,
It's too
it's
traumatic.
not a rat, so
Right.
we're not gonna. So anyway, he checked the next morning because I never will look, and
I don't blame her.
and he brought it up in the live trap, and it's the most adorable
Yeah.
friggin' thing. It's a flying squirrel. We didn't have squirrels, we had flying squirrels. So we still thought it was a baby squirrel. So Peter said, "I can't release it as a baby, it'll die, it's too cold out."
Yeah.
So we called the Long Island Rescue thing, and they said, "Okay, send a picture and we'll send somebody to come get it. We'll find a place that has baby squirrels because they have to be with other baby squirrels."
Sweetbriar Nature Preserve is
So
also a place
anyway.
that does it.
So the woman says, "Send a picture." So then she gets in touch with Jessica and she said, "That's not a baby squirrel. That's an adult flying squirrel. They only get that big. And they're the cutest little things. You could use them, you could train them to be a pet. You can train them to eat out of your hands, to come when they're called." They said they're very, very smart. I did a lot of reading about them.
See, now, when she told me about it, I thought it was the same as a sugar glider, but they're different.
No, sugar gliders are marsupials.
Right.
And flying squirrels are rodents.
I don't think I have them by me. I've never
They're
seen
all
one.
over. That's what I said. I didn't know that they were on Long Island.
Wow.
They're nocturnal. That's why I was always so confused. I said, "How come squirrels are not nocturnal? Why do I only hear it at night?"
Right,
And
Right.
so anyway, they are nocturnal, so you don't see them, and they're little. So anyway, what happens?
Well,
So now he's supposed to take it and put it in a cardboard box
okay.
to be picked up by the animal rescue. And he puts it in the box and the thing gets out. And now it's running around the upstairs of the house.
Oh
so
my
Porter,
gosh.
our dog, is trained to find things. Like she could say, "Smell this, sit." She hides it, go find it, and he does it.
Right.
So they had a cloth that was in the cage with him, and Porter sniffed it, and that dog found that damn flying squirrel in a closet, in Tate's closet. He didn't hurt it. He doesn't hurt small
Right.
animals
Yeah.
because they have
He's a
small
good
animals
dog.
in
Yeah.
the house. And so he finds it, and Peter's trying to get it, and it's Jessica now is in the room, and this thing starts flying across the room, and Jessica's screaming, runs out, slams the door. She's taking videos of a closed door. Now Porter has to find it again.
Oh
And
my
he found it under the bed, and Peter got it. He picked it up, and he went to put it back in the box outside. It got away, went under the deck. So
I didn't know any of this was going on, but I was really just so traumatized by what's going on politically. So I send this to Peggy, because I've been trying to be good not having wine
Yes.
at night.
Yeah.
So I'm really on edge and keep thinking uncorking a bottle might calm me down later. I said, "I had no desire last night, but everything is really getting to me." And she writes, "Well, I have flying squirrels living in my house, so I think I'll have a drink too." So
That was so funny.
so then, go ahead.
So anyway, so then the friggin' thing, the next, because this flying squirrel was missing part of his tail.
Aw.
All right. He came back,
But you were.
but I was here. I was staying
told
here.
her,
The
"Stay
first
with
night
me."
I stayed upstairs
Okay.
on their couch, and then after that, because I hear it,
Yeah.
and it keeps me up all
Yeah,
night.
I could see that,
Especially
yeah.
when I didn't know that it was a flying squirrel. I didn't know what the hell
You've got
was
like
in there.
a studio, right?
Yes,
It's
I
not
live
like
in
you
a
have
studio
different
apartment. I
place
can't.
to go.
My
Yeah.
bedroom is my. I
Yeah,
have a
that's a
Murphy
studio.
bed. So. So anyway, I stayed here. I stayed upstairs with them, and I stayed here 2 nights. And I said, now that I know it's a flying squirrel, I'm not so afraid of it.
That is so funny.
I know.
And my dogs were thrilled that she was here.
Oh, they were.
Totally
Yeah.
thrilled.
But the lady from the animal rescue place, she said no. She said they are on Long Island, and it's quite common. And there's been some issues in your area. They
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Pine trees. And my neighbor next door has,
A bunch.
a bunch of them. They're beautiful.
Yes.
So they probably live there. So now when I'm out at night, I'm going to be more cognizant because I want to see them flying.
I want to
you know.
see that too. I want to set up we're thinking of getting like a little nighttime, like a watch camera, like the Nest
Yeah.
or something, because I like to put them, like we have chickens, and I want to, we've always said like, do we want to see if there's any raccoons coming nearby or
right.
anything?
Yeah.
So, but I wonder if we could set it up to like capture that, if we
Yeah.
have, I know we have bats, I've seen bats at night.
So
Yeah.
then you would see them if they're there, I would
Right,
think.
but I
Peter put up a bat house
We
on
have
the
that
house.
too, yeah.
But so far no bats. But he says sometimes it takes a long time.
Yeah, we had one
so-
up for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone lived in there. And then it had to be raccoons or squirrels kept gnawing at the wood, and then it just
Oh.
fell apart. So
Oh,
we were like,
okay.
oh, forget it. You know.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my
That is a
adventure.
great story.
But they are so cute. They really,
Aw.
really are so cute. And when Peter was trying to catch it in the house that day, a couple of the times he didn't have gloves on, and he said it never tried to bite me.
Oh, really?
That's so
Yeah.
good because we had a squirrel that we took care
No,
of.
not a squirrel.
No, but
This
they
is
bite.
they're
no, but I'm
different.
saying the
Yes,
difference
squirrels
is
do
the regular
bite. Yeah.
someone hit a squirrel in front of my yard and left it, and so we took
Oh.
it
Yeah.
and I rehabbed it for a couple days, and then had to bring it to a specialist. But yeah, it bit. We had to handle it with like
Yeah.
big, like
Yeah.
oven mitts, as we're like
Yeah,
handling it because it would bite right through
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Oh, poor
That's
thing.
wonderful.
Yeah, so he said it wasn't aggressive at all.
But we waited to tell you the story.
Oh, that's a great story.
Because I was like, don't tell her ahead of time.
That's
But I
great.
think we need one.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
that
That
we
was
do
great.
need someone.
And it's Peggy's turn to do
Yes,
the
it
wine.
is my
In
turn.
case this is your first time, let's give you a little background.
Yes.
You can do that.
Okay,
while I'm-
okay. Hand me your glass, Judy.
Every podcast, one of us does, usually it's wine, sometimes it's other beverages.
Sometimes, yeah.
For a tasting, and then another one of us does
Thank
a
you.
book for a review, or, I don't know if I guess a review, call it.
Yeah.
And then another one of us will do a topic. So that's what we try to do, so we switch it out whenever so today is Peggy's turn.
It's my turn for
It's
the
a
wine.
right.
And this wine
Oh,
is
it's light.
Crimson
It is.
Ranch. It's a California Cabernet Sauvignon.
California.
Oh, wow.
It is 2023.
It is very light.
Okay.
And I think I've had this before, but I couldn't
Can I see the
remember, and I
label?
looked through my book.
Crimson.
The name is familiar to
See,
me.
it doesn't look familiar to me,
No.
but that's no surprise.
Maybe you've
Yeah.
had it elsewhere.
Now, no one's doing dry January?
No, but I am
No.
doing drier year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do drier year. So I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
completely off like I did a year or so ago,
Yeah.
but drier year.
How do
So
you feel?
anyway, this is, you wanna smell?
Yeah, it smells nice. Should we toast?
To what?
To 2026.
To 2026, I'm doing this thing for my Spanish class.
Okay.
One of my Spanish teachers is from Colombia, and in Colombia on New Year's Eve at midnight or right before midnight, they do this thing called 12 uvas, 12 grapes. And they have to eat 12 grapes in succession.
I've heard
and
that.
with each grape, they're going to do like a resolution or something that you want or blah, blah, blah. So I had to do that for an assignment. So I'm going to toast to me doing, this one was the most important one to me that I wanted to do.
Okay.
I'll say it in Spanish.
Okay.
Quiero estar más presente en el momento.
Oh, I love it. You want to be more present in the
The
moment.
moment.
Yes.
Oh, well, okay, so to be more present in the moment for all
Yes.
of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
When I brought it up to my nose, it was very perfumey smelling to me.
This is a very light wine. Great for, I think, afternoon drinking.
And
Well,
it just happens to be afternoon.
And just day
That's
drinking.
right. What did I do with my little card?
Little day drinking.
You brought it
Let me
covered.
look at
Oh, yeah.
The
I
color
did.
is, it's not, I mean, it could be crimson. It's not ruby. This is not.
Garnet?
I like that
think
it's a
garnet.
little dry.
Me too.
I like
Well,
that.
it's a Cabernet, so it's naturally dry. And I'll tell you what you're supposed to smell. It doesn't have a very
All right, well, should
strong
we guess?
aroma,
Should we
if
guess?
you would like to.
It smells perfumey to me.
Black cherry. I think a little clove.
No.
No? Vanilla? I'm just saying.
Well, maybe. No vanilla. All right, I'll tell you. It's notes of berries,
Oh, berry.
spice,
Mmm.
oak, and fruit flavors. And it's very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
say smooth,
Right.
approachable style.
This is.
So that's, I think that kind of means like it's great to have like with your meals, it's not like that special
Right.
expensive wine.
I think this wine would appeal to everybody because it's not overly,
I don't know about
I think so.
everybody.
Well, I think this would be a very neutral, good
It's
wine.
got lively tannins,
Ooh, they're lively.
a mix of fruit and spice.
Have you been
Oh,
drinking?
vanilla. It is vanilla, Judy.
Yes.
Vanilla,
Ooh.
blueberry crumble,
Oh, like a pie.
Does she?
orange spice, clove and cinnamon,
See?
and graham crackers.
Like a pie. This is like a
Mhm.
pie.
Maybe
So,
that's why you.
She
Probably
likes
why I
it.
like
Yeah,
it.
she likes it.
And it's considered a well-regarded, budget-friendly wine.
I like
Well,
it.
that's a telling. So
I was
we
gonna
have
say
to
Yeah.
this is like a good table wine. I think just like a
Yeah.
house wine.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
yes.
a daily thing, like
Which would be
having
good.
with dinner.
Daily.
Well, like some people have wine with
With lunch.
with
dinner,
breakfast,
with
lunch, and
breakfast.
dinner.
It'll be justifiable. It's.
I like it.
I
It's,
do like it.
Yeah.
It tastes a little light to me for a
Yeah.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
But it is like an easy drinking wine.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So we should guess the price point or the alcohol.
Well, she
content?
said it was budget friendly, so I'm gonna say $12.
I'm gonna say $9.
It's $16.98
Oh,
in
okay.
total wine.
Oh, so
16.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So budget friendly, I mean, these are people reviewing these things that probably
Yeah.
spend
Yeah. Drink a lot of wine,
$50
yeah.
on a bottle of wine. And,
Yeah. Okay.
and what's the alcohol?
13.
Oh, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Was
Exactly, 13.
Okay, yeah, there we
13%
go.
alcohol.
How many wildflowers?
I would say 4. I'll give it 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually say 4.25. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And this is from the Mondavi family,
I'll
by
say
the way.
4. I'll say
Yeah,
4.
I think it's a good wine.
Napa Valley.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
Well,
Good
yeah,
choice.
and again,
It's got a
called
very pretty color.
Crimson
It's
Ranch.
called Crimson Ranch.
Crimson Ranch.
Ooh.
I'd buy it.
She bought it.
I'd buy it.
Very good. Okay, good pick.
All right, so should we move on to the book now?
Sure.
So that's what we do because we like to promote books. Right? That's why we start our podcast.
We're all book people.
We're wine people. We're book people, and we like to talk about things that's
Yeah.
going on. And my part is the book.
And you know what? Sometimes we even talk about things that aren't on the camera. Well, we'll just get together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I picked up this book recently. I went to Barnes & Noble at the beginning of the year. They usually have a good sale on their hardcovers.
yes.
So I went and I was perusing the hardcovers. This book is called The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. It came out, or I think it just came out. It's on the New York Times bestseller list. And it's from Crown Publishing. So I was looking at it, Carol told me to mention it, because I just kind of looked and said, oh, that's a cute cover.
I know, it's
But-
beautiful.
And it looks like 2 robins on the front, but like Irish or English robins,
Yeah.
smaller than the
Yeah,
American
the
robins.
European robin.
Which makes sense because she studied over in Ireland in Trinity College for a
Oh.
while. So I said, oh, of course. So it feels really nice. So when I went, I just was harassed. I was like, oh, look at the robins. I touched it. I wasn't going to pick it up. And I said, oh, this cover is really, really nice feeling. I wish you could feel it. And that made me pick it up, and I read it, the inside of the jacket, and it hooked me. So
Okay.
I said, oh, I'm glad you had a nice,
This is-
touching, tactile cover.
Right, that's, you know, so many, that's what draws me to books too. Like,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, usually the title or the cover, it, you know, like your eye goes to, and you say, oh, let me pick this up
Yeah.
and see what it's about.
Right, well, the title didn't attract me, I'll be honest with you, because
Right.
the correspondent, I thought it was more gonna be like a
Like
news,
journalism,
and it was
yeah.
a movie last
Sherlock.
year called The Correspondent, and that had to deal
Oh,
with like
okay.
journalism in war-torn, area, and so I was like, oh, is that what it's, I said, is that the book for the movie? But it's actually not, it's something different.
Is that
So,
letter writing?
a letter writer,
Yeah.
right?
I can tell because the two birds are talking to
They
each
talked
other.
very good, and that's what it was. So, if
Thank
I
you,
hadn't
teacher.
mentioned, this was her debut novel. So just to
Okay.
let you know.
Okay.
So I read this very quickly, and I said, let me start off with, because this quote in the beginning will frame for everybody. It's a quote by Joan Didion.
Oh, okay.
Right? She wrote. She got something here. I need a little light. What I have made for myself is personal, but is not exactly peace. Most of us live theatrically, but remain the survivors of a peculiar and inward time.
Mm.
Okay.
And that was intriguing to me. And this book is also written in a very different style. It's a series of letters.
Oh, I
All
love
it is
books
is
like
letters.
that. I do love that.
I love this, right?
Yeah.
And you don't see them that often, and
Yeah.
I think it's great. And there are letters written by, the main character is Sybil Stone Van Antwerp. And the letters span a period of nearly 9 years, from June 2012, nearly 10 years, I'm sorry, to November 2021.
Okay.
And
Right, say it again, because I was.
the letters
2012 to
June 2012 through November 2021, so
Okay.
almost 10 years,
Almost,
right?
okay.
Yeah, like
Trying
9.5
to be
years.
present in the moment, Carol.
No, I'm watching Sherlock and I don't like what he's doing with Lacey. Okay.
Oh, okay, so Miss Sybil is a retired lawyer. She's about 73 years of age when we meet her here. So, and also I think that's a great, like, she's the main character. It's an older woman,
Yeah.
it's a nice
Yeah.
focus on here.
Love it.
And she was adopted at the age of 14 months. She had a mother. The mother obviously cared for her and put her up for adoption at 14 months with a letter.
Aww.
And that was very effective for her. That was kind of her only connection for a very long period of time. And she was naturally drawn then to letter writing, because she used to read that letter every single day, over and over again. And so she became a letter writer. And nowadays there are not a lot of letter writers,
Yeah.
right?
Say that fast.
Letter writers. And so anyway, these
Not a lot of letter writers.
So she lives in Annapolis, Maryland. She's a divorced mother of 3. She has 2 boys and a girl. Her children are grown. She's 73 now, so children are grown with families of their own, all except her middle child, Gilbert, who, and this is not giving any away, but died at the age of 8.
Okay.
And so that you'll learn right away in the beginning, and it's important to know that. So he died at the age of 8 in a tragedy while the family was on vacation in Canada. So this was a defining moment, and she became a shell, really, of who she used to be.
Yeah.
And as, not unexpectedly, divorce followed that. But what remained constant for her was the letter writing.
Mm-hmm.
And she would write to anybody. She was a better communicator through the written word than she was verbally,
Yeah.
which might be not uncommon to think of.
No, I could see me
Yeah.
being better at it too, because you're taking time
Yeah.
putting your
Yes.
thoughts down.
And you can revise, and
Yeah.
whereas once you say something, it's out there.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And as expectedly, her relationships, with the closest people, the ones that you'd have to communicate with on a daily basis, like her children, husband, there was more kind of a wall, family members, a little bit of a distance, a little bit of a wall, because she's not as good with her words in
Right.
person, and you can't revise.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to give too much away, but I loved the letters. These aren't just letters. She wasn't a letter writer with just pen pals. She wrote to everybody, and I loved her character. She was a bold woman.
Yeah.
And I loved her boldness and her honesty. She was brave in her communications, especially more so with strangers. Like her son gave her a DNA test at Christmas time, because she knew nothing about her family.
Right.
And she's like, I'm in my 70s, I don't want to be doing this now, blah, blah. And so she caved one day, and she drinks wine, and a lot of things happen when she drinks wine, you know, afterwards, and things, which I found myself laughing a lot as I'm reading her letters. And she struck up a conversation with the guy in the customer service named Bassam, you know?
Yeah.
And so now there's emails going back and forth with Bassam, you know, and
Customer service from the wine?
From the DNA place.
Oh.
You know, and just funny, or she'll write to a student, the dean of students, on an auditing class, and she's like a woman who doesn't take no for an answer. She wrote to George Lucas because she wanted him to write to a younger person who was having trouble, and he was a sci-fi writer, and he does.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it's just like, I just think it's really funny, and I just said, you know, it shows that you can be, and what she writes, and she writes to authors, she constant reader.
This is fiction.
Fiction.
Right, okay.
Right, yeah, but like, you know, and
It keeps me like,
right, well, she uses real people like Joan Didion, she has a
Right.
correspondence with in here.
Okay.
Diana Gabaldon, you know.
Yeah, Gabaldon.
So you see, she's using real people,
Right.
and people write back, and it just, I think it's very bold. What she writes in the letters, she's more open with these strangers than she is with her true self. With her
Right,
children,
yes.
with her brother, with her best friends.
right, wow.
She's telling people secrets that she hasn't told anybody closest
It's kind
to
of
her.
like a safe place. I mean, and
Yeah.
it works in the reverse too, like on the internet, where
Yeah.
people are saying terrible things.
Right.
Well, they really, you know,
Yeah.
you're absolutely
Yeah.
right, and that's a great commentary. And I just said, I think I learned something from the book too, and I think I made this my resolution. I think I am going to write letters
I've
to
done that.
people.
Yeah, I've done that.
This
I
year.
just added it to my Doce Uva.
Ah! Well, she had some advice, and I'll wrap this up. It's not going to be long, but she was interviewed by a high school student because she was a very prominent lawyer for many years at the time, and she ended up being a clerk to a very prominent judge at the end of her career. And so the local high school a student interviewed her because of her career, and they started to have a conversation about letter writing, and she struck up a correspondent with anybody, which I thought was very
Yeah.
admirable. So she was corresponding with her, and she wanted to know, the young girl, how do you write letters? So this is, if
Wow.
we're starting, this is kind of something. She goes, I write slowly. A letter might take me an hour or more. I do not rush. I think through each sentence. My hand does not get tired. You mustn't rush. When you rush, you pen things you didn't mean, and you tire. It takes patience to say exactly what one means, to think of the right word. Sometimes I write a draft and mark it up, then write a clean copy to send. I believe one ought to be precious with communication. Remember, words, especially those written, are immortal. Sometimes, Caroline, the easiest inroad is to begin with a thank you for a gift or a kindness or a letter you know, and then take it from there. Answer every question they're asked and ask your own, and you will have created a never-ending circuit of curiosity and learning.
That's great.
You know, I have to say something. I love letters. I do.
Yes.
I love letters. And I have so many letters because when I was coming up, when we were coming up, the three of us,
Yes.
there was no cell phone. You
Right,
weren't
right.
texting. There wasn't email. You wrote letters to people.
Yeah.
And I have so many of letters from people that I used to correspond with. And it's so
It's
interesting.
precious.
Once in a while I take them out and I read them, and I'm talking about things that happened and asking them about their lives. And I used to write to this childhood friend of mine who was in Vietnam when he was in Vietnam. And it's I love letter writing, and I'm glad that you said that, because I'm gonna
do it too.
I'm gonna do it.
I've already been doing it, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I sent to Lisa, Kathy, and Nikki this year.
You did, yes.
And, but prior to that, a few years ago, I had so many postcards. This is before I could have used them for sending it, for political things. But I had so many postcards with different kinds of pictures on them. So I looked at different, who was that before? And I sent one, actually. I had no idea if he grasped, why was I sending it to my older brother, Calvin? and it was a picture of something with the Beach Boys. And I said, I remember how you really loved the Beach Boys, and I wrote on the postcard. He was so touched by that.
Yeah.
That really amazed me.
Because you thought of him.
Yeah.
You know, and you share a memory with someone.
And sometimes though, some people just don't get it, and I thought he was going to be one of them.
Yeah.
But he actually got it. There's so many comments I wanted to make for this because, number one, this is her debut, right?
A debut novel, and I have to say before I forget, I'm going to give it like 4.5 stars. I thought
Okay,
it was
good.
very good. I would highly recommend it, and
Good.
just have a different style too.
Well, I would be surprised. I'm surprised that publishers, because she used real people, if they had to get approval.
I was wondering about that. I
'Cause-
didn't see anything in there on about that, but
Right.
I'm assuming Joan Didion gave permission because she
Yeah,
gave
she
her
did a little
a quote in the
blurb. Yeah,
beginning,
right,
right?
yeah.
So I'm
And
assuming.
then I'm
And his
thinking,
Penguin, Crown is Penguin Random House, so I'm
Right.
sure that, you know, their legal department was on
Right.
that.
Probably.
so.
but
Yeah.
a lot of times publishers don't want to have to deal with that if it's a debut person that, you know, we're not going to publish
She
this,
does
but-
mention about her publisher something
Oh,
about
okay.
how I think that it alluded to something about like this was 6 years in the making,
Okay.
and I now that you sent it, it probably was something with like how she stuck with her. She
Oh, that's
believed in
neat.
her, and she believed in the project or something.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it makes me think that maybe they did do
That's
something.
right.
Yeah.
And another final thought, I think I have a lot more thoughts, because she was adopted. I wish my girls had gotten letters from their biological mother. Although I wonder if that would make them even more curious.
Well,
or-
I want to talk about a little bit, not to, because this features prominently in the story.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And she was reluctant, as I know we've had conversations about, you know, that a little bit, reluctant, and she didn't want to do it, but the wine features heavily, you know, so,
Right,
and,
right,
you know,
right.
you're more looser, and
Yeah.
and she made she did something that she wouldn't have done when she wasn't drinking.
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
But
Okay.
it opened up a whole new world for her. I mean, I love the evolution of Sybil in these 9 years.
Oh, okay.
And I love what she did with her, and I love that she's an older person, and this woman lived, and I think more towards the end of her life
Yeah.
than
Right.
she did during it, and you can understand because you're stuck. You know, and this is one thing I'll say with this, she described, and it was a very good way, but when her son died, you know, the pain doesn't go away ever. And she goes, I feel like, because she wrote it down, I felt like I had been screaming on the inside
Oh.
since he died every single day of my life. I'm screaming when I'm at the grocery store. I'm screaming when I'm driving
Wow.
to school. I'm screaming when I'm filling up my gas tank. She was screaming on the inside every day.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure that's, a lot of people can relate to that when you, if anybody's lost a child.
Yeah.
I
Now,
mean,
could
I've
you?
never, but I would think if I did and I was a letter writer, a lot of those letters I'd be writing to my child that I
Yeah,
lost.
yeah.
And I
yeah.
think that would help, you
Yeah.
know, get rid of
Okay.
some of the angst, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I
Is
wish
there-
I could say more, but you
is-
hit the nail on the
okay.
head
Is
too.
All
there,
right.
is
Yeah.
there a plot to this though?
Yes.
Okay.
There is a plot to
Okay.
it. Yeah,
All
there is a plot, and
Okay.
if I were to say it, I'm just putting on the stop. I think it is the it's a meaning of life. It
Okay.
is that. Now you see her. She's starting at 73, so she's older now, towards the end, nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
But that life doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You know, when you get as you know, you guys are
Yeah.
closer to that age.
I'm
Yeah.
73, yeah.
And it's
I expect a
um,
letter from you.
Tomorrow I'll write you one.
Okay.
I'm off tomorrow.
Okay.
but you can have a very fulfilling life.
Right.
You know, if
Yeah.
you're open to it and you're brave.
Yeah.
Like
right.
if you're brave and you just don't shy away from encounters with people, whether, you know,
Yeah.
in person or by paper.
Yeah.
A lot of
And
opportunities can open
Was
up for you.
she expecting responses? Was that something
No.
she was hopeful? Okay.
But she said something, and I wish I had marked it, that she says, you will be surprised by how many people will write back to you if you write a handwritten letter and
Yeah.
ask for a response.
Yeah.
Just, I never expect a response. She
Right,
goes, but I
okay.
am always surprised by how many people do write back to me.
Well, because I know that we talked about this years ago when you were, trying to repair your relationship
Right.
with Connie.
Right.
And like you could send an email to somebody and they could delete it and never
Right.
read it again. But a handwritten letter, people don't throw them out. I
No.
have them
Mhm.
from when I was a teenager.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still have them. People, and you reread them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, I would think, I wouldn't, maybe some people do just rip it up,
Mhm.
bullshit, but,
One thing I did because back in the day, of course, we didn't have the internet, so I wrote a lot of letters. But one thing I did, and it was like, I think my whole town knew about it, because it was like so weird. Like, I would have magazines, and if they had a decent picture, I'd rip it out. And I actually took, this is pathetic, because I had nothing else to do. I'd literally sew the envelope, and then put the label to address. So
Oh,
my
nice.
my ex-husband, he had a ton of them. I think the first time his mother saw it, he goes, "What the hell is that?"
wait a minute, I don't know what you
If you take a
Take a pic- yeah.
magazine,
cut out a picture.
well, you don't
It's a
have-
magazine.
Yeah. Well, this is small.
A small-
Oh,
When you
make
rip
an
it-
envelope
Envelope,
out of
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Right.
I got you now.
And people just thought that was, and I'm like, well, that's because I'm probably bored. But that was when I was starting to
That was
be.
creative, it's not
Yes.
boredom, that's
Yeah.
creative.
And recycling.
Creativity, Yeah,
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
You
That's
were
true.
ahead of your time.
I mean, the postal carrier said something to my mother, like, this is interesting. But anyway.
The
yeah.
letter writing, and it's not a long read. I think I read this in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because,
Amazing.
not every page, it's
Oh, right,
very
right.
easy. So if you guys, anyone want to borrow, you're more than
I
welcome to have
would
it.
like to borrow it.
Sure,
I
you're more than
have to
welcome.
finish,
Yeah, it's quick.
reading Zeman Copperhead, and
Oh, that's right.
I didn't watch TV until like 9 o'clock last night. I said
Okay.
no,
Good.
because that's another one of my doce uvas.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Good.
because this past year it fell
So-
to the wayside.
Yeah.
I mean, I was reading, but not the way I normally would.
Right.
And like putting a book down that I liked in the middle of it was unheard of. And
Well, this is the reason why I stayed up. I didn't have good sleep this week because I was staying
Yeah.
up longer at night. 'Cause I read at night before bed, and
Right.
usually I'll do like 20 minutes.
yeah.
I was doing like an hour.
Wow.
And I
Do
said,
you
"Oh."
want to borrow it first since I'm in the
I
middle
have-
of Demon
I have-
Copperhead?
No,
Okay.
because I have 3 others
I
at
know.
least that I want to get to beforehand.
Thank you, Judy.
You are
So
welcome.
4.5 wildflowers.
Definitely,
Okay.
yes, definitely.
Okay.
I
Okay.
recommend it.
That's
Second.
awesome.
Very well. It's my turn to do the topic,
Okay.
and I have like several topics written down that I wanted to do. But no, I'm taking care of Sadie,
Sadie,
and Sadie's
you're not
barking.
being a lovely lady.
You gave her attention.
I know I
You
did.
just ignore them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So anyway, I decided, when we first started doing this, we were afraid we weren't gonna have enough topics to do. And so I had made a whole bunch of little questions on these little papers.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
And we never really needed them, but.
Oh, you mean the
Oh, we're gonna
basket
do
thing?
it?
We also made an initial list of different topics that we could start with.
Right, so anyway, so then we also have this game room that
Oh,
you
that's
have.
right.
So
That's right.
I wanna make this lighthearted and fun
Okay,
because
great.
it's been a hell of a week.
It's been a
with-
week.
Yeah, it's a heavy
Very heavy.
news and
Yeah.
heavy on my heart. and
Exactly.
It's
My
just
soul.
So let's
Yep.
hope the questions, because I have no memory. I know that you both helped contribute some
Yes,
questions.
but I don't remember.
So, do you wanna pick the first one? No, not that one.
Is this more than one?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Take that
Now,
one.
now if
Oh, you
we,
want me to read it?
Sure, and if we've already discussed this over, we can throw it
Oh,
out.
okay. This is very lighthearted.
Okay.
Who is your favorite comedian?
Oh,
Hey,
Wow.
oh gosh.
Who's your favorite comedian?
I would.
Stop. Deputy Dog.
I think it changes.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
So, but if I'm gonna say, if you don't mind, I'll do a man and a woman.
Okay.
So my favorite man comedian. I think right now I'm
sorry.
into Adam Sandler. I think he's funny.
Oh, Adam Sandler is very funny.
I think he's very funny.
Yeah.
Go lay down.
And then as far as female, I would say it's a tough one, but I like
Yeah.
Amy Poehler
Okay.
and Sarah Silverstein.
I like Sarah Silverstein.
Yeah.
See, I don't know a lot of people's names, so this
Yeah.
is going to be difficult for me. I do like Sarah Silverstein.
Yeah.
She also wrote that book when Maria Kondo's book came out.
Oh, I didn't read that.
She wrote, what was the name of Maria
This is
Kondo's
Sadie.
book?
It was the one where she just throws, you know, if it brings you joy or something.
Yeah, I know, but I need the title. It's Magical.
Oh, magical something.
Well, Sarah Silverstein came up with the title, but it was Not Giving a Fuck.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
it
know,
was,
yeah.
and it was very funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
she is a very funny
And I
lady.
actually wrote to her, I emailed her and asked her, I said, I really love your book, and my business partner and I own a bookstore, and we really want you to come
Oh,
and
right.
do a signing. And she actually answered me.
See?
She said, thank you very much, but I'm in Europe right now.
See, you
Yeah.
write to
Yeah.
people, they will respond.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so funny because I'm thinking of female comedians that back in the day that I really enjoyed. I love the stand-up of Ellen DeGeneres. Her very first stand-up
Her
was
stand-up was good, but I didn't like her show.
Oh, I liked her show. And then I also liked Paula Poundstone because she had such a dry sense of humor. But
I
presently,
like, Jesus Christ.
you like
Roseanne Rosanna.
Oh, Gilda Radner.
Gilda Radner, I always
well, she's very talented.
loved her.
I
She
liked her.
was,
She was
yeah.
all right. Sorry, I know her friend that loves her to death, but
Robin Williams, I always
Oh,
loved.
gosh.
yes, he was exhausting, but I liked him.
Yeah.
If my brother were here, my baby brother, he would immediately say Red Skelton, and probably half of you out there don't even know who that
I
is.
know
Yeah.
who Red Skelton
Yes.
is.
We used
yes.
to watch the
Yeah.
Red Skelton show.
Yeah.
I got over the holidays. I watched Duck Soup by the Marx Brothers, and I love
Yeah.
the Marx, especially Groucho. He was the witty, very funny.
I just like comedy shows.
Yeah,
I
I like
like to
Ray
go.
Romano. I think he's
Ray
very
Romano,
funny.
he is very funny.
He's
I
funny.
have a stand-up album of his CD
Oh my
in
goodness.
Carnegie Hall.
Wow.
And it was hysterical,
He's
and
very
all he did
funny.
was talk about his family.
He is.
But it was
Yeah.
just so
Yeah.
funny.
I agree. Yeah, I
So,
think he's.
I liked Eddie Murphy's stand-up when he was.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got an ice cream and you can have it, and then it falls. He goes,
I used to love, back in the day when I was a teenager, Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
We had all of his
too.
comedy
Yeah.
I
albums.
had
That's a
them
shame.
too.
They
Yeah,
were-
it is. It's,
They were
it's,
very
it's hard,
funny
they're hard to
and real,
wrap
and
your brain around.
I know it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right,
okay.
that's
Okay.
my turn now.
Yep. You pick one.
Okay.
does anybody need a spot of
Sure.
wine?
Thank you.
No. What the hell?
Oh, okay. This one's
World's
it's still
falling apart.
It's still lighthearted, but
Okay.
but you know it's more serious. What book do you think most everyone should read?
Ooh.
Mm.
the Bible.
Well,
I knew you were going to say that.
I would think, I mean, I guess it's not for everyone, but I think everyone could get something out of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've never read that. Did you read Lord of the Rings trilogy?
No.
No.
Not the
You
trilogy.
should.
I
You
should-
should
I know
read it.
my husband loves it too. I should.
I
read
just
it.
love it. I mean, there's
Right.
so much in it. There's, you know,
Mm.
tragedy, there's friendship, there's loyalty, there's danger, there's adventure. It's got everything.
What's he gonna say? All right. Do you have one?
Yes, I would say The Sunflower
Oh yeah.
That's a
by
good one
Simon
too.
Wiesenthal.
That's right. About forgiveness.
About forgiveness and just empathy and put
Mhm.
perspective
That's right.
and humanity.
Yeah.
And if you want to read something more contemporary, 1984 by George Orwell.
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
You're
Yeah.
gonna recall it 2026.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually reread it. I guess
You
it's
did, you
like
mentioned
2,
it,
yeah,
yeah.
it was like 2 or 3
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
reread it and I was astonished at what I was reading and what's going on today.
Here's a quote from 1984. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command.
She was running him over with the car.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. This got serious real fast.
Yeah, I know.
But it's true. It's like,
I know.
it's confounds. But okay, I'm going to read one.
Okay.
Okay. I don't have have my glasses on, but,
I can help.
oh, what books are on your nightstand?
Oh gosh, I have a pile this high. This
Yeah.
could take a while.
I don't have a nightstand.
Oh.
I have a Murphy bed.
Oh, that's right.
So I don't have a nightstand.
Um,
But I'm currently reading Demon Copperhead,
Right.
which is like a rewrite of David Copperfield, which I
Okay.
didn't know when I first started reading the book.
Oh, that's,
Mhm.
okay, and it's not mentioned in the book description?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't
Okay.
read the book description. I don't know. I just open up the book and start reading.
Are you kidding me? That is, I'm sorry, but I'm not judging you, I'm just saying that is just astounding to me.
I guess sometimes if I'm shopping for a book, I'll do it. But I knew that she won the Pulitzer Prize and
Right,
it was
yeah.
very popular. I bought it when it came out in paperback. So I said, oh, I always wanted to read this. Let me get it.
Wow, wow.
Well, I have a lot. I'm just trying to get the names.
Right.
I am reading, I'm in the midst of a few books. One is called Bound for Glory, which is the autobiography of Woody Guthrie.
Oh, okay, wow.
I'm Sleeping Giants by Renee Denfeld. I love her.
Renee Denfeld.
I reviewed 2 of her books. She
Yeah.
was the child finder
The
and
Enchanter.
and the Enchanted.
Enchanted. Okay, I still have to get to that one.
Butterfly something.
Yeah, I remember
But
that.
I'm just Sleeping Giants, and then another one's a history book, 10 like moments in history that changed history or something like that. And then I still am slogging my way through Demagogue, which is a biography of Joseph McCarthy.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so I have a little
I don't
reading
need that
there.
on my.
I
No,
have,
I do it to understand. You can't seek to change what you don't understand.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
can. I understand what's going on. Believe
Well,
me.
I didn't live during that time. No, but I want to know
Yeah.
how
we got where we are.
Like,
It's history repeating
history,
itself.
but who put them in? Like, what the backstory of how they got in there? Who put them in
Yeah.
there? You know,
Yeah.
the behind the
Yeah.
scene movements is very interesting.
Because politics has always been dirty.
It's all
but-
about the
Yeah.
people you don't see that you need to understand.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
the people that you don't
absolutely.
know the names of that you have to worry about.
That's true, that's
Yeah.
true. Well, well, it's not actually, it's on my bookshelf, because I'm reading Margaret Atwood's memoir, and that's a pretty thick book, but it's going fast. I mean, she, and I think if it weren't Margaret Atwood for the backstory when she was raised and everything, and I wouldn't care. I wouldn't know, who is this, who cares, but it's her. So there's little droplets of history of like
Nice.
what brought her to be the writer that she is, and just different. Very, very interesting young woman and quirky.
Yeah.
She was, very quirky. And,
I like quirky.
and her
Yeah.
family, how her family,
Well, her writing is quirky
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So.
and how she was, her father was he was, what's the word? He had to go out in the woods all the time and do research for the environment and bugs and all this stuff.
Conservationist.
No, that wasn't it.
Ecolog.
Something with ecology.
Ecolog.
But anyway, so the family had to go
Let's
move
just
with him.
pass by.
They had to they had to live out in the woods, and he would have to build them a cabin while they were living
Oh,
in
wow.
a tent.
Wow.
And so she has that history of knowing
It's
about.
very interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that.
I have had Doris Kearns Goodwin's autobiography about her growing up since we met her
Right.
at Theodore's.
Right, right.
I bought that, and I still haven't read it, and I heard it's fantastic, and it has a lot to do with baseball,
Oh, that's
if
right.
I
'cause they
remember. I
were-
can't
yeah, they were
remember
very-
the title of
And
the
maybe
book.
that's why you haven't grabbed it right away, because.
No, I always look. No, I haven't grabbed it right away because I don't really enjoy reading nonfiction. I'm
Right.
very much a fiction reader.
Right, right.
So, but I keep on saying, yeah, you're gonna read that this year. I'm gonna write it down.
But
on my,
write it-
it's
put
gonna
another
be
grape on there.
14 uvas.
So, all right, you can pick out another one.
You can use. Remember that picture I sent you that my daughter Daphne took, Peggy?
I
I
love that
because it was
picture.
right before the new year, and it was the crow with the grape in its mouth.
Oh,
And I go, that's what I love the symbolism of it, because we were ending the year, and,
Yeah.
and you found this bird with a grape.
Yeah.
I just love that.
12 uvas.
It's funny how you're like, no, not that one.
Oh, this one.
Okay, this one. What makes you happy?
Our podcast. No, seriously, I really
Yeah.
love our podcast. I look forward to it, and reading, my dogs, wine. That's it. Life.
I'm always happy.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I am too. I mean, I get angry too.
Right.
You know, but I'm never at somebody that I am in a relationship with,
Right,
in
right.
any kind of relationship, but I get angry at happenings, things that are
Right.
happening.
Get frustrated.
Yeah, yeah.
That's part of life.
It's more than just politics. It's like there's a lot of evil in the world right now.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, of course.
But there's a lot of good as well.
There is, and I see that.
It's the balance.
Mhm.
Who's got the control right now? So right
Yeah.
now I could see it. You're thinking maybe
Yeah.
evil might be
Right.
more at play, but there is good, and you got to give it a chance to rise up.
Right, and I think that it's very important that there's a lot of angry people out there, you know, justifiably at what's going on in the country. But you do have to put it all in perspective and look at the people that you communicate with every day, or, you know, your family, your friends, and even people in your community. And, you know, I see it every time I go to the food pantry with, you know, the patrons that come in and the people that volunteer with me. Like, it's such a joyous thing. It really is. You know, sometimes you just have to forget what's going on in the government and just look around at the people that are around you.
That and have conversations. Like my children actually say they laugh at me because they say you always talk to everybody. We went to Carvel
I
last
could make
night.
that commercial.
It's true. I am that commercial. That's why I love them so much. You know, I'm at Carvel and I'm waiting in the line, and there's a mother comes in with her son dripping wet. He's wearing towel pants, so I go swim team. You know, and then, you know, next thing you know, we're chatting around and having this great conversation. And you know, my girl's like, oh my god,
That's
you know,
how my kids are.
and I'm just like, what? I said it's, you know,
I do it too.
We have
Don't
great
stop.
information.
Don't
No.
stop
I
doing
said,
that.
No.
I said it's nice. I said,
Yeah.
and you know what was great about it? I didn't know her politics, and I didn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we
It
have
wasn't
to keep
part of that
having-
communication.
No, you have to have these community and be willing to talk to people. Don't be hiding yourself away
Right.
and closed off or afraid because you don't know. I know some people who are afraid. I don't want to talk because I don't know what they are. And I'm like,
Right.
they're people. They're human.
Yeah.
And if we don't try to touch that humanity, there's no hope for us.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, there's
exactly. Yep.
Very
So,
good.
oh, anyway.
Your turn.
Okay.
This is a lazy way for doing the
No,
topic.
No,
great.
this
I
is
love
good. It's interesting, and
Okay.
If you had to select only one singer / musician / genre
Oh, God.
to listen to for the rest of your
I think
life,
we did this
which
one
I
one
think
would
we
it
might
be?
have. I think we might have
We
done.
did
Oh, I
this
don't
one
remember.
already.
Well, that's fine. We can do it.
Can we just
again.
do it quick? Because
Right.
I would do Counting
so
Crows.
hard to pick
Counting
one.
Crows. I
Counting
would-
Crows. Counting Crows.
It is
Counting
hard to
Crows.
pick.
Counting Crows.
all right. If I had
Yeah.
to pick one, I would probably pick Joni Mitchell.
I would pick Van Morrison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm between Eric Clapton, Van Morrison, Joni Mitchell. I mean, there's so many. I love
Yeah.
Mumford and Sons. You know, I love Steely Dan.
I love
there's
so much,
many.
but
Yeah.
what I love, and a quick plug for Counting Crows, they just put out a new album last year, which I think is going to go down in history as one of their greatest.
Oh, really?
Which I
Oh,
think
I
is,
like Counting Crows,
which I
too,
think
yeah.
is from, it's different though. You
Yeah.
have to, which is something hard for a group that's been around for 30 plus years,
Yeah.
and that they keep turning out really great material. It blows my mind that Adam Duritz has not been nominated for the Songwriters Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
or that the band has not been nominated for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame yet.
Right.
What's up with that? But anyway, yes, I would definitely be with Counting Crows the
Yeah.
whole way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do your girls like Counting Crows?
They do. They've gone to many concerts with
Oh,
me, which
yeah.
is great. Yeah, so it
I
appeals
learned
to
to
your
like
generation.
Counting Crows because of my kids.
Jessica,
Oh, that's
Jessica
right.
and
That's
I,
right.
we bonded over that.
That's right,
Years
yeah.
and years ago.
Yeah,
and I
I know.
loved how it was. You know, a lot of different people, different ages can all love the
That's
band.
right,
So,
yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, songwriters. Let's go.
Okay. Here's one. Oh, speaking of
Sorry?
music, what was the first record album you owned?
Record album.
I still have it. Oh wait,
What
No,
is it?
no.
no.
Album, not single.
Wait, do you mean? Okay.
Why? What do you mean?
I know the one that I first purchased for myself, that I picked up for myself.
All right.
Which
Okay,
was
yeah.
Cyndi Lauper's "She's So Unusual."
Oh my
on
God.
cassette, and I still have it. And I actually
Wow.
just gave it to my daughter because she got into her and she wanted it, and I used to here you can. I
Yeah.
still have this album. Yeah. But the first single when I was a little girl that I asked my dad to buy for me, I had to be a little girl, was Air Supply's I'm All Out of Love.
Oh,
And he
really?
bought me the 45.
Oh, I like that. That's so cute.
Yeah.
What about you, Missy?
I think my first album, it was shared with me and my sister Eileen, that we went to and bought, because we had just gotten a record player for Christmas.
Okay.
It was Meet the Beatles. I think
Wow.
it was Meet the Beatles.
Okay.
Do you still
was
have it?
19 No, no.
Too
I
bad.
gave all my albums away when
Mm.
I moved.
Oh,
So I gave them to my niece's fiance.
Mine,
Oh, okay.
mine are all in my attic. I have a lot of albums. That's so fun. And just real quick, I remember Jason, he was maybe 14 or 15. He came home one day and goes, Mom, you have to listen to this person. He's an amazing guitarist. It's amazing. It was Jimi Hendrix. I go, hold on a minute. And I went and got an album and I showed him and he was like, oh my God. And I think the first album was probably Herman's Hermits. But the one that I remember that I played over and over was Carole King's Tapestry.
Oh, yeah.
That was later on though,
Yeah.
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 So, but that's the one that stands out
Yeah.
to me for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, I had a lot of 45s,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, so
But-
did I. We had a lot of albums too, Jerry and the Pacemakers, Dave
Oh
Clark
my
High,
God.
My dad had
you
a
know,
lot of
Herman's,
Yeah.
the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Peter, Paul and Mary. We had
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of folk music ones, Kingston Trio.
The one I savored, I asked for, this was when I was a senior in high school. So I asked my mom for the album for Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, okay.
And so I came down in the night of Christmas Eve to see if it was under the tree, and it wasn't. I'm like, oh, that morning it was under the tree. She knew it was going to
She
be
knew
there.
you were gonna go look. Oh my gosh.
I love that album. I
Yeah.
still listen
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
a good album.
Santa Claus came!
Yeah.
Really, really.
Yeah.
So do you want to do a couple from here, or do you want to do a couple more
I
from
don't care.
Yeah, let's do these. What do you think? Or what
Okay.
is
All right,
this?
that's a quiz.
Yeah, let's do those.
Yeah, I don't feel like
I don't
big
like
quiz?
Yeah.
All right, this is, if money wasn't an option, where would you like to live?
Oh gosh, it changes all the time, doesn't it?
That's, well, yeah.
I would like to live, actually, pretty nearby from where I live.
Okay.
I always wanted to live in Jamesport. I
Oh.
love
How
Jamesport.
beautiful.
Okay.
It's just beautiful out there, and I always envision having a little house surrounded by trees and the water, like the Long Island Sound, right behind me.
Perfect. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me crazy when I see a house that there's no trees around. It looks like they
God,
just,
I know.
Yeah, I
Drop
hate
there.
that. I hate that.
I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh. What about you?
I don't know. Where would I would probably live, I think I go back up to maybe someplace upstate, but not, I mean, right now I'm thinking more like the lake areas, like maybe Canandaigua area, you know, something like that, the Finger Lakes areas.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want it to be too far where people, like my kids, couldn't.
Right.
And,
Right,
but it would
yeah.
have to be someplace rural, but not too rural. But a nice big piece of land. No, money's not an object, but and I would have a compound,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I would have like a big
And
piece
you'd
of land.
have a little house so I could live there.
Well,
and
this
help
is
you
what
on
I'm
that.
saying.
right,
Like I would
yeah.
have like almost like circle around and like, you know, houses, little cottages or whatever, but nice. They're nice.
Yeah.
And you know, and with like where all of us could bring our dogs, and there'd be a place for you guys to come,
Yeah.
my kids, whoever want, friends, family, my family from Ireland, and we could even be there all at once. And if you
Yeah.
room enough for like if your kids wanted to come or your kids
Well,
wanted,
uh-huh.
we could all come bring our dogs. But in the middle would be a nice big fire pit
Yeah.
and a nice big
Yeah.
place where we could all meet up at night
Yeah.
and have
Yeah.
some wine or drinks
Right.
and just be there with lights if we
Yeah.
wanted to. That's what I would like.
Yeah,
That
that's
sounds
nice.
like a dream.
That's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, that's really nice. Well, since money's no object, I'd like a place in Paris and a place in London and a place in Manhattan.
One place.
Gosh, that's hard because I love what you said. I do fantasize if I won the lottery that I would live similar to what you were saying
Yeah.
in Jamesport and that if the water's there. But in my fantasy, I'm always like, but there's a protection for my dogs so no wild animals
Right.
get them.
yeah.
That would be built in.
You
You
know,
know,
like
that.
that,
yeah.
We'd
yeah.
have it all
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's me. Anyway,
All
there
right.
we- okay, you.
How far are we going here? Are we
I'll
still
just-
recording?
All right.
That dot's still there?
Yes. the
Okay,
red dot.
all right, I'll do the last one after and then we can wrap it
Oh,
up.
serious now.
Oh.
What do you think happens when we die?
Oh, God. In my heart of hearts, I think nothing happens. I think it's the end. But my hope is that somehow my spirit will go on. But I don't really think
What do you
that
think?
happens.
What happens when we die? I'm like Peggy. I'd like to think that, although my kids threaten me that if I do visit them after I'm dead, they're gonna get really mad at me because they get really
They're gonna
scared.
exercise you.
Yeah, very scared. I really don't know, and anyone that thinks they know, you don't know. We just don't know.
I know.
I think you're the only person in the world
I
that
think, well,
knows.
we are energy, and energy is never created or destroyed. So our energy goes on. Where, I'm not sure, but I know their energy will go somewhere. And I've seen things.
Right,
and-
yeah, you
and-
have.
And I know that, and I know it's in a way that can be recognizable.
Mhm.
Absolutely. So I
Like
do
the
think.
cardinals and things like that.
No, like, for example, I had acupuncture that last week.
Yeah.
Right, and?
And I had actually, and when they come in, it's dark and you have, like, they put a mask on you so you can't see. And I always have the same acupuncturist I'm not going to say his name, but, so, and it's fine. And then at the end, he comes in, he takes the needles out. And the last thing he does is takes off the mask, right? So he comes in, I feel him take the needles out, and boom, I get this woman comes to me
Oh, wow.
that I never saw before. She had this long black hair. She looked Asian. And I said, oh, well, who is she? I said, maybe this is some from my actor. I said, but no, why wouldn't she come before? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I said, should I say something? No, whatever. The mask comes off. It's a completely different guy, and he's Asian. He was a trainee.
I got goosebumps.
And I said, oh, this is somebody here to talk to him.
Yeah.
But it had to be. And I never saw him before. He was new. I never met this
Yeah.
guy before.
Did you say
Did you
anything?
tell him?
No. 'Cause
No?
I don't want people think,
Yeah, I know.
and now you
People
all think I'm a
think-
freak.
yeah.
But anyway,
No,
you
no,
know,
I don't
I
think
didn't know
you're a
him,
freak,
and I didn't know him.
You're
or
talking-
I
anything.
envy
Yeah.
your experiences.
Right, you're
But
talking
that's-
your truth.
I'm telling the truth. We're
Yeah.
authentic on here. This is
Yeah.
what it is, and we not edited. But so this is. I know there's something else. 'Cause
But
there's
did
no
this
way.
woman talk to you, or was she just present?
She was just present,
Okay.
and she seemed happy.
Okay.
So she was younger, and
Oh,
again, was
really?
another, or she appeared to me to be like in her late 20s, mid to late 20s.
Oh,
So
wow.
again, I don't know if that means she was that age when she died,
Right.
or
Yeah.
you go back to your better
Right,
self. I
yeah.
have no idea how that part works,
Right.
but there is an energy that goes on. I am convinced of it.
Okay.
Convinced
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
You know, I think that we've all had little experiences with, people who have passed that, you felt them. I thought my sister kissed me once after she passed, and
Yeah.
my mom used to see my father, and
Right, right.
and when my mom was dying, she saw my sister because my sister died before her, and
Yeah.
but I don't know, I'm not convinced. And you know what? It doesn't matter what I think is gonna happen. If it happens, whatever happens,
Whatever
happens.
happens,
It's part of life. I'm going to die, and
Yeah. Well, I'll pick the last one, and let's
Okay.
hope that it's a little
It's still
lighthearted.
on. It's still on.
Okay.
Can you see?
I
I
see
see
the
the red
battery.
dot. I
Alright.
can't see the battery.
Did you want to?
Go
All right,
check.
I'll
It's too
do.
late.
Okay. Oh, what do you mean?
I can't. I have to
All right,
do
okay.
all kinds of stuff.
All right. This one is what's your favorite book, but we've already just.
We kinda
kinda
did.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
So,
we
all
did
right.
that.
So thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
Bye, that was fun.
It was
Okay.
fun.
Something a
Thank
little
you.
lighthearted.
Yay.
All right.
Hi, puppies.
Thank you guys for. Please
Bye,
let us know.
everybody.
Please let us know what you.
Yeah.
Any of those questions that you want to answer.
We write back. We do.
Yep. Yes,
Bye,
we do.
everyone.
Bye.